Passion by Nellie J. A 22-year-old ordinary college student turns the most eligible alcoholic bachelor in all of Europe into a loveaholic beast. Narrated by Todd, April. Produced by Amy.
My city.
Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Xavier King.
Mum, how many times do I have to tell you that I don't need you to set me up? I'm perfectly capable of finding a woman that I want to settle down with on my own. I rubbed my forehead in frustration, getting up and walking over to the floor-to-ceiling windows that overlooked the city.
I know that, honey, but I'm tired of seeing you alone. Plus, I would like to have grandchildren before I die,
she said dramatically, causing me to roll my eyes. I know that, Mum, but I simply don't have the time, I sighed.
Please, Xavi, just one day and I promise I will butt out of your love life,
she begged. You're not supposed to be involved in my love life in the first place, I grumbled before groaning. Fine. What's her name, age, and where is she from? I asked. My mother squealed in my ear in excitement, and I couldn't suppress the tiny smile that made its way onto my face. I loved her dearly, and I would do anything to see her happy.
Her name is Zelia Harrington, and she's 28 years old. She's the daughter of the owner of the country club,
she said excitedly, and I grimaced. Great. Another heiress that had a stick up her fucking arse and spent all of her daddy's money. Fine. Set it up, Mom, but this is the last time. No more meddling, I warned.
Yes,
she said dismissively, and I sighed. I knew she wasn't going to listen to me. How's Dad? I asked.
He's good. He's outside on that bloody horse. I'm tired of telling him that he needs to take it easy,
she fussed, and I chuckled. Hang in there, Mum. You know retiring wasn't easy for him.
Yes, I know,
she sighed. Okay, well, I have to go now. Send me the details of the date when you're done, I said.
I will, and I better see you for dinner Sunday. Don't think I forgot that you skipped last week.
I cringed, knowing that I would be in for it when her excitement wore off. Yes, Mom, I'll come by on Sunday. I'll talk to you later. She said her final goodbyes, and I hung up. Jesus, that woman is a handful. My assistant, Annabelle, walked into the room, just as I sat behind my desk.
Good morning, sir. Your 10 o'clock appointment has been pushed back to 11 because an issue had come up on their end.
She put the coffee down on my desk, and I narrowed my eyes. Did they communicate what the issue was? I asked, leaning back into the chair. One thing I hated was people who wasted my fucking time. I didn't become as powerful and as rich as I am by rolling over and taking the scraps that people wanted to give. I fought hard for where I was. Yes, I took over the company from my father, but that was after years of training and proving to him that I was ready.
No, sir.
She looked at me from under her lashes, and I resisted the urge to roll my eyes. Cancel the meeting. I don't appreciate having my time wasted. If there was a pressing issue, it should have been communicated at least an hour before, not 20 minutes before the meeting was supposed to start. I glanced down at my watch.
Yes, sir.
She stood there, watching me for a moment, her eyes trailing over me in lust. Now! I snapped my fingers in front of her face, and she snapped out of it, blushing profusely. God, I don't know why I kept her around. Sure, she was decent at her job, but that was when she wasn't fucking staring at me like she wanted to jump on me. I opened my laptop, pulling up the files that I had to go through before my next meeting. I took a sip of coffee and grimaced. Shit was already cold. I picked up the office phone, paging Annabelle. "Bring me another coffee. This one is cold," I said before hanging up. I opened the first file, and I rubbed my temples where I could feel the beginnings of a headache forming. What a bloody great start to the morning.
Olivia Gray. I looked away from my best friend Amelia, who was pouting at me. "Please, Livy, please come home with me," she begged, grabbing a hold of my hand. "Mimi, I don't think I should," I said softly. "Why not?" she whined. "Because this is the only time that you're getting to spend with your family. I don't want to intrude on that. Plus, what if your family doesn't like me? I don't want to impose on them," I murmured, making her scoff.